back because I did that just because I got tired of you fucks interrupting me, and that might be the quickest fuck has ever been dropped on the episode.
Jesus Christ.
Twice now. That said, it's just the flop.
Hey,
My buddy the Badger.
What's up, party people?
And no Bender, because we said no more sequels. We're going to bring back the original John.
we voted him out of the
John.
band.
For those that don't know or don't remember or haven't been around that long enough on the episodes, because we have new listeners, this John predates the Bender, even before he was called John the Neighbor. This is one of my best friends in the world, the John Shannon. Original. So when I introduce him to where he could talk, he takes a drink.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So let me just run it down. He is a realtor by trade. He's a nurse by education, and he's the PC Bombcast crack I-team and web designer by hobby. Right? Is that
Ish.
it? Ish.
In progress.
I
He's
thought he
getting-
was an asshole by hobby.
He's no.
That too.
That's by nature.
By nature,
Asshole
yeah.
by nature, and he's worth every penny on what we're paying him for the website design. That said, John,
zero.
it's been a long time. I didn't even look it up, but it's been since before the triple digits.
Yeah, absolutely. It was 60s, wasn't it?
I don't know.
we were
You
on
tell
the
me-
other side of the.
You tell me I don't listen to this
I'd
stuff.
like to say it's 69. but
Yeah, it was,
Hey, now.
we're
There we
just
go.
we're gonna go with 69. It was 69th episode
works.
since you've
I
been.
was
Hey,
number
what's been
69.
going on since then?
Same thing, different day, selling houses.
Well, I
Yeah.
think you had another kid since then.
I think you have had a kid
I
since
have
you
had
were on the
kids since I was
podcast.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Addison, she's now almost 9 months.
Your kids
Oh,
look like
wow.
twins.
My kids do look a little bit
Hey,
like
two-
twins.
that
One's
tells-
a redhead, though. And now
Totally look like you.
That tells me two things.
Ugly.
That
I
tells
mean-
me two
No,
things,
they're
by
cute,
the way.
even though they look like you.
Oh, gotcha.
That tells me two things. One, we should get together more often, and
Yes.
two, I've not seen either one of your kids, so we're the worst friends in the world.
And we've not seen
That's
Carter's.
true. I've met your kids.
Yeah, yeah, but my kids are so passe. It doesn't even make sense, you know. I mean, sure, there they are. They're old enough to. Who
They
cares?
don't even know I'm here, so.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh, my kid made fun of your car. Remember?
yeah. You do have
Oh.
a grocery grabber. She said.
No,
'Cause
she
my
said
gas mileage in my old guy car.
She said, that's a cute
My
car.
realtor car.
If it makes you feel better, we also have not met Carter's children.
That doesn't make him feel better because it's
No.
Carter's kids.
The Carter's kids.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's not beat around the bush because Tom's already clearly uninterested. Since he's
I was wondering if I was going to do a game tonight or not.
yeah, but I've got space for it if you do have it.
I do have one.
You keep all right. We're good, but we're gonna do what we always do in segment 2, and we're gonna be like the Urge, and we're gonna jump right in.
Oh, look at I'm wearing an Urge shirt. People can't see it, but you guys can.
We can see it. That's all that matters. Hey, I've got an update. If I hooked up my tablet, I'd have played the breaking news. Update to a previous episode, back on episode 127, that was just the flopping high.
Oh.
I wanted to update.
Oh, yeah.
Nexium founder was arrested, Keith Rainier. Not only was that, but the Allison Mack that we talked about that episode is now officially charged.
Just walking around with a nice little ankle bracelet on right
You know
now.
what she's saying right now in prison? Somebody save me.
Oh, he just totally went like Smallville soundtrack. That's
Wow.
that's a nerd cut.
That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut. We may have alienated half our non-nerd population.
And she also has an ankle bracelet.
So what?
If you would have sang that before, it could have helped her business because she wouldn't be in jail because there would be no
well,
sex ring.
so here's the deal. She is not in jail right now. She
No.
pled not guilty. She was released on $5 million bond, which she did not have. But her parents put up their house as collateral.
That
She
shit.
bought
You're-
She bought parents the house back when she was making bank.
Oh, they
before she
didn't have a
was.
choice.
Here's
it's
the
not
thing.
like
though.
she's going anywhere.
Well, here's the thing. She's on house arrest in said house.
She was in another country. She was already trying to run.
She's not going to go back.
Yeah, she can't now.
It's too popular.
Yeah,
now.
passport won't work. Here's the thing. Here's the one thing you should take away from this. Back roughly in the early 2000s, I met her at a Wizard World. And sweetheart, I want you to cover your ears for this, but had I known she was such a freak, maybe. You don't know.
Like you had a chance. Shut the hell
Did I
up.
not?
Apparently, a lot of people. do.
Right. Did I not have a chance?
No.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I feel like the only people that had a chance were chicks.
I
This
feel-
was a female sex ring. You were
no,
not a female.
it was dudes and chicks.
mostly
I
female.
feel like, was my wife proud of my sexual prowess? She goes, of course you had a chance, sweetheart. But she did not. That just goes to show you that the older we get, the less our wives are impressed by us.
Well, I think the next superhero movie she might want to be in is Iron Fist.
Oh, got him. Got him.
Hey now.
Get it? Because it goes up
get
and
it.
then they make it. And, yeah. Kevin Smith
Like
described
this?
it in a movie. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin,
It's got to be better than the Netflix show, right?
gotta be, because the next Netflix show wasn't good. Hey, by the way, this is the second episode I've drank whiskey on. The last one was a train wreck with AC. A lot of people said AC was too monotone and I was on Adderall. So whiskey, not a good podcast, buddy.
And that
So
was
you were
perfect.
normal.
Yeah, so I was normal. I've got natural Adderall flowing through my veins.
The Alliance will keep us not derailed.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be our.
Yeah, because if I have to worry about you two as Alliance keeping the podcast on track, I know we're going.
I think a Misty Tom podcast would be fun.
Yeah.
And what we do?
would you
How about
talk
this?
about?
How about this?
Yeah.
We do it in the future. I'll just sit in a room, monitor the computer, and let you guys go to
It
town.
has to be about the challenge. It'd probably be the only thing we talk about for 30
Then let's
minutes.
do it. Let's do it. Then we're not going to sidetrack on the challenge. Instead, we're
We
going to
could
go.
plot the demise of Jeremy and Bender.
Hey, instead, we're going to go to another update. This just in, another topic we've talked about in the past. Bill Cosby, guilty.
Oh, really?
Up
Yeah.
to 10
was
years
that?
per charge.
Today.
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 On 3 charges.
10 years, up to 25 grand per charge. And, boy, here's the
I bet he
thing.
doesn't go to jail.
Oh, man, wait a minute.
They've already
Wait a minute.
We all have jokes, I'm sure, ready on the go.
Hold on. I want to go back to the beginning of this because I had a whole spiel wrote out here.
Is there jokes?
Bill was called Guilty. Doesn't have the same
Nice.
ring as Jello,
Not bad,
but it still
not bad.
works. It still works.
I want to know if he knows how to make a shiv out of a Jello pudding stick.
You got the pudding and you did it solidified.
I think he's worried about getting those pudding pops.
Hey now!
Oh, that was the loudest spike we've had in a non-Bender episode.
Theo, I'd like to tell you about the time I wore prison orange and had to
wow.
make toilet wine.
Awful.
Oh, God. No, that was great. That was funny.
Hey, wait, everybody, wait. Awfully funny. That's what I meant to say.
That is the one too soon joke that I am
Wow.
on board with.
So here's the thing, though. I don't know if you guys saw any of the details, but the DA, who was Kevin Steele, he requested that denial be rejected. I'm sorry, he was requested that bail be denied.
Okay.
To which Bill, good straight-laced Jello pudding-eating motherfucking Bill,
Yeah.
Flip a shit.
erupted in cussing. He erupted, grabbing the defense attorney's hand, and said, and yelled at him, "I don't like this guy," and he had some expletives. It was a little bit of a tirade.
Yeah.
Did he know where he was looking when he was yelling? Did
I don't
he
know,
just
but
yell out,
Was he setting up for an
because he's
appeal
blind,
there?
you know what she says. But somewhere in that expletive tirade, Eddie Murphy had to be laughing.
Oh, absolutely. And any other young black comic who Bill Cosby just treated like shit
Yeah.
and held down. Good for them.
Well, motherfucker's going to jail.
Yep.
So is he setting up an appeal? Just saying he wasn't.
I'm sure he is, but you know, the thing is what's going to accomplish by him in jail? Nobody's going to fuck with him because he's too fucking old to get out there. Nobody's going to mess with. I mean, he's going to serve out his last he got 5 to 10 years left.
in a cush jail?
Well, I think you ask what.
Fed.
I think
Is that-
the
is that what they
victims
call it?
like to see
in a
the
Martha
fact
Stewart
that it's probably very unlikely that he would ever harm another woman again, but
No.
he will die in a prison. But
I am 100% on board
Yeah.
with the punishment. It's just like, it's too little, too late. They should have got this guy. You know what? And that's. I mean, he's the originator essentially of the Me Too movement. It started.
Yeah, you're
with
absolutely
all-
right.
Yeah, so him and then Harvey Weinstein and then so forth and so on. But you know what? It sucks. It does suck because it's a raping of our innocence in terms of like our childhood and how much.
There's a better chance of a pun there.
No, I know. I mean, I really mean that. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally what he did because that was, in terms of family values, what was a bigger show than Cosby Show?
I don't know if you can.
Brady Bunch?
Roseanne.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, that's it.
I don't think it was.
No.
I mean, it even penetrated pure white
God,
North.
rape and
Yeah.
penetration.
Rape
We're
and
using
penetration.
Poor
I mean,
word choices.
Poor old.
It penetrated white North Arkansas.
Yeah,
And my grandparents would say, "You get that stuff off the TV."
he's got to be the biggest hypocrite in the last ever, maybe, right?
Oh, Ever's got to be up there.
Top 5?
Oh, yeah. I mean, name
Yeah.
a bigger one off the top of your head without.
Jesus. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
He's a Catholic boy that said that.
Wow.
That's like the three of us can make that joke, but you're a good private school Catholic boy. You can't make that joke. Hey, let's at least segue off of bad stuff though, and let's get to something that's different and new
Okay.
and a little more upbeat. I don't know if you heard this, but the Emmys announced their host this year.
Who is it?
It's SNL Weekend Update team of Michael Che and Colin Jost.
Okay. Yeah, Colin Yost.
So it's the first time an SNL personality, not an alumnus, but a personality, has hosted anything since 1983. And by the way, second mention on this podcast, Eddie Murphy was the last in 1983.
What did he host?
The Emmys. Also the Emmys. Oh, I think the Redskins drafted someone.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll work.
All right.
A defensive tackle from Alabama.
Okay.
He didn't even
Jerome
dress up.
Payne.
Is Colin Yost and Michael Che good enough?
Well, here's the here, and it's funny you say that because I don't watch SNL enough.
I don't
watch
either.
the viral clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, me too.
And they're funny. I think
good.
they're funny. Here's the thing: is first off, I think this signifies a bit of a resurgence for SNL. Also, by the way, cards on the table. Lauren Michaels is producing this Emmys. So, but the other thing is this a Trump effect, and I don't mean that.
Yeah, you're talking about the resurgence of SNL.
Yeah,
think
it's a
the
Trump effect.
is the resurgence
And,
of SNL.
I'm not. I don't want to get too political, but I'm not trying to give too much credit to Trump. But comedy thrives when conflict is prevalent. So we've got a lot of conflict in the world, which breeds a lot of comics.
Yeah.
And we're in a very PC world, and SNL should be the place we turn to in a PC world for non-PC stuff.
They're too soft.
Yeah, that's my next thought.
And this is the same show that had Donald Trump on less than 3 years ago.
Roughly
Yes.
just in enough time when he was gearing up for when he really made his election push.
Yeah. So
Them and Jimmy Fallon is at fault for this.
you know who they should have had to do it? If all right, let's go around the table. If you had to pick anybody to host the Emmys right now, top of your head, go. Who would you have picked?
Melissa, we'll start with you.
Fuck, I don't know. Ellen DeGeneres.
That's not a
great
bad
choice.
That's
Yeah.
not a bad choice.
And if you're gonna, have a female do it because of the Me Too movement.
Shannon?
I think at this point, yeah, The Rock.
The Rock would be
He's too
But
big a
he's-
star. Too big a
I
star.
agree with that.
Can you have too big a star host?
Yeah,
Emmys?
because they got to be like
Yeah,
a
medium.
TV star.
He's got enough comedy in him though.
He
Yeah.
does.
think
He
he'd pull
can.
it
No,
off.
he can make that shit happen. But he's a movie star now. So that's a. I mean, what do you think?
Well, my original thought was Seth Meyers. He's done it before, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he's done the Oscars. Or no, he's done the
He does the
Emmys.
Emmys.
Yeah, I think he's great. But then you started thinking about the Me Too movement. I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus would be.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what? I was about to say Jimmy Fallon, but you're right. In the Me Too age we live in,
Or Amy Schumer, maybe.
no, because
No.
they're going to do the Oscars.
Definitely
Amy
not.
Schumer and Tina Fey are going to.
Tina Fey, I would do. I would
No.
do. I could be on.
Yeah, you
Tina
would.
Fey and Amy Poehler.
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah.
right. They just
I think
did
that would be a good
something.
duo.
What did they just do? No, they just did one of the big ones.
They presented an award.
No, they did one of the big ones.
They
Remember?
did the
The Tonys?
Tonys.
Yeah, maybe
You see this?
maybe
My-
that was it.
My
So whatever they did, they
Jazz
knocked it out of
hands?
the park, and we're gonna get Tiffany Haddish and someone doing one next year because that's
Meghan
gonna
Markle.
happen.
You know, Kate McKinnon would be a better SNL than
Markle.
Colin Yost and Michael Che.
I think that was it. I would. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is deserved,
But
of
she
it,
might be nominated for an award, so that could be awkward.
But Kate McKinnon is a good host. I think that'd be a good host. We're also venturing into the dual hosting roles. So maybe like a
Full disclosure, I had a sex dream with Kate McKinnon last night.
weird. Was she fucking you?
No, we didn't get to that
Wow,
point.
man.
But we were making out. It
Could
was a
be
little
on
weird.
top. Could be on top.
If you were making out, it wasn't a sex dream.
It was going that way. Then the toddler woke up, and then
Leave it to kids
Damn
to ruin
toddler.
the
cock
sex.
blocking me all the time in
Even in
real
your
life and in
sleep.
my dreams.
I tell you, last night is the first good night of sleep I've had in a while. I feel
There were no kids were around, right?
I do.
No,
I
they
do,
were around. They actually slept.
Nice.
I do truly feel. I'm on the verge of really thinking that we're about to rebound from this PC comedy movement and get good comedy again because we maybe pardon Trump, part the fact that there's guys out there like Rogan who I love, and Dan Harmon who I love. There's guys out there that it's not politically correctness. It's not like offensive humor. It's honest humor.
What about Dave Chappelle? He's a little offensive depending on who you
No,
are,
Dave's-
but it's very honest.
So Dave's first comedy things on Netflix were
Yeah.
not well received, but his
I thought
second
they were.
apparently we only
watched the first.
Received.
His second ones apparently are very, and he criticizes people that criticized him on the first. if somebody, I don't know if it's somebody I work with or somebody I know, they bring up a good point. If nothing is funny, then everything is funny.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We should be able to laugh at. There is not one way to heal from anything better than laughter.
Yeah, agreed.
Whether that's too soon humor like you, Tom, whether it's political humor like the extreme left, and trust me, I feel like we're all left leaning in this room.
Yeah.
But the extreme left is way more sensitive than the extreme right.
Yes.
So they're calloused. We're sensitive. So,
We're snowflakes.
Yeah, we really are. Well, they really are. We're more moderates. We're in the middle. We just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's
And that is the problem. You're right. That is the problem. But like, and back to what we were talking about with the Emmys. You know what? I think it's a good thing that an SNL. I mean, our country's better when SNL is popular.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think in the past, the '90s with Will Ferrell, with even before Will Ferrell with Fatty McFatterson. What's his name? He's dead now.
Chris Farley.
Chris
Yeah.
Farley.
God.
Yeah.
That guy.
It took Fatty McFatterson to get that.
He was fat, but
So you think these two will just keep it clean the whole time? You don't
I
think
do
they
not-
might go outside of the box?
I think if there's a button pushing or if there's an envelope pushing on SNL, it's the Weekend Update and Alec Baldwin apparently. But
I think they're going to amplify what they do on Weekend Update.
yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good for us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
hey,
You think they'll stick with that format, or you think they'll go
No.
away from it?
But that would be awesome.
It'd be
if they
awesome if they
they
stuck
may
with the format.
they may open with it.
Oh,
You know what?
okay,
That
yeah.
might be a good idea. They'll open with a Weekend Update. They'll have like a removable stage or something, and they'll go into song or something like
and
that.
have Alec Baldwin there.
And have-
Yeah.
I think you may have just spoiler alerted the world. I mean, that really might be the way they go.
I'm sure he'll show up at some point.
Oh, that's no doubt. Hey, speaking of completely off the rails transitions and segues, Nickelodeon just announced they're bringing back Double Dare.
Saw
Raise
that.
The roof.
Wow,
I'm
nice.
excited.
40 episodes ordered for the summer, and they will bring back both contestants, hosts, and celebrities from past Double Dares.
So, Tom, did you watch that show? Did
Yeah,
you
Mark
ever-
Summers? Yeah, why?
Well, because you're just a smidge.
You're old
younger
as
than
dirt,
us.
dude.
You're.
I mean, young. No, we're old as dirt. You're young.
Yeah, I
You're
like
just a
Double
little
Dare.
bit younger, so I
Yeah.
didn't know if you caught
Oh,
it.
sure. Yeah.
It's hard to judge.
They should bring back Legends of the Hidden Temple. That'd be even better. Or Guts.
Have you ever?
Guts.
was
That'd be
good.
awesome.
That was American Gladiators for kids.
Yep.
Yes.
I think too many concussions will bring that show back.
The Crag.
The Crag. Yeah, that was a good one. There's great articles on the interwebs about that show.
Yep. And Legends of the Hidden Temple, too.
Yeah. Both of them should be board games. Hey, I didn't bring a lot to this episode because I knew we'd freestyle some a little bit.
Yeah.
I do want to say, I told John I was going to ask him this, and I'm really interested in yours. Missy's a little alienated on this topic, but we're.
Now I'm
I
curious.
know. You don't know me.
I feel like I do. I've slept with you. I've got kids with you. We're married.
What?
Yeah.
You don't know what I do during the day when you don't see me, though.
Do you read about NFL draft?
Every day.
Okay, well, then you can chime in. The NFL draft is going on as we
Manziel
speak.
doing it again?
He is not. My 49ers took an offensive tackle, which was a little bit of curveball.
What do you get that
for
on a
me.
6-pack?
3.5.
Okay.
3.5.
That's high.
No, I feel like if he's first round, a top 10 guy, he should be good.
But is it what you needed?
You can never not have an offensive line.
I get that. Okay.
But I expected a middle linebacker is
He's
what I
6'7",
expected.
338. So
I'm big man.
I mean, he's a big dude.
Big man. He's Jonathan Ogden, the sequel. Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
Hope he plays that way.
And
But
our guest here is a Redskins fan.
And so my question was,
Yeah.
what are you hoping out of the 4 days of
I
this
was
draft?
hoping for defense, and our first pick was a defensive tackle. So
Safety,
I'm
right?
I
okay with that.
expected no the defensive tackle.
Took
yeah.
Brown. Yeah,
I expected a cornerback or safety for you early.
I expected a corner. I expected Fitzpatrick, but he was taking 8th
Now,
overall.
John, I don't know if
So-
I'm sorry, Tom. I don't know if you know this, but this guy is the biggest Dan Snyder fan I've ever heard.
Fuck Dan Snyder.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
So, Tom, you don't have a
I don't have a dog in the fight anymore. Yeah.
But so, what are you hoping out of the draft?
I just like seeing trades and like seeing the thought process of these teams. We've had a couple of trade ups here for the quarterbacks. This is what 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we'll remember this as the heavy QB class of 2018. And
Better or worse?
yeah,
It's the one sport where draft day strategy means the most. By far. Basketball, you've got
It's the one that's remembered the most because the NFL's the most popular sport.
I think
Right.
it's over dramatized for sure. And
Yeah.
I think a recent movie didn't help that. Draft Day. But
Where the Browns
Oh,
also had
that's
the
an
first
awful-
overall
where
pick.
where the Browns actually did good picks,
Yeah.
not Baker Mayfield.
But by the way, Baker Mayfield was the number 1 pick. We all saw that before we went. I'm hoping my 49ers get a middle linebacker at some point. Maybe a corner, serviceable corner, somebody can slot in a nickel and in a wide receiver. Maybe a third option wide receiver. Goodwin's a good first option, I think. I think we're good. But, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking for.
Do you two want to try to sell me on why I should be a fan of your team since I'm a free agent?
No, definitely.
Do not be a fan of the Redskins.
No,
it
I'm
will
a-
only cause heartache.
I literally chose my team because my brother was a Raider fan growing up, and I thought they were so close to the Raiders and would make him mad. And I've loved them since, and that's okay. I mean, we got history.
Sure. No, I mean, we talked about this on the show before. I was a Niners fan until the Rams came. That's when I was a little kid.
Yeah, I
But-
get it.
I'm fairly certain I'm a Redskin fan because my dad is a Cowboy fan.
Sure. Yeah.
So
So our next segment on the show is typically the Bender Science segment, or
Did
I
you
am
not
not
get
Bender
anything?
and I have nothing.
yeah, you didn't.
Well, hey,
but-
wait, whoa.
Whoa.
hey,
Whoa.
what is going on here?
Point of
One
fact,
of your past professions, you can't come up with some random shit off the top of your head.
You know what?
Vaccines do not cause autism.
It's
There
good.
you go.
Thank
There you go, people.
Thank you, counter Jenny McCarthy. But I will say this:
She's prettier,
Yeah,
just
she
like
is-
Bender.
Well, I would.
He's definitely
Look,
prettier.
Look, if I didn't
She's
have
not pretty anymore,
if I didn't
really.
have a wife, wow, and I was presented with 2 options. One was Jenny McCarthy, and one was you. And you had to. Somebody said, "Gun to your head, have sex with one of them." It wouldn't be you, bro.
But we've had sex before.
So I know that it would not be you. So I know again that
This
it
is
would not
news
be
to
you.
me.
We should just glaze over that and go to the next topic. I do know that if we
I
don't
have
do,
kissed your husband more than
Yeah.
any other
That-
male.
I get that.
Turbo Herbo's kissed me quite a bit.
You kiss him with
Well,
all
I
that.
kissed you more than any other
You
male.
probably
I've
have.
kissed.
You
If
probably
you
have
guys
kissed
kiss
me
now,
more than
your hair might get tangled up on your lips.
that. It's happened. It's happened.
Yeah.
like
It was
braces
kinda-
when 2 kids kiss with
It
braces.
was kind of like rubbing 2 SOS packs
That
together.
10-second
Uh-huh.
that 10-second kiss that we had wasn't because it was passionate. It's because our hair was interlocked.
Trying to
didn't-
unlock from
he
each
didn't
other.
even have a beard at the time. But I do know this, that if Bender doesn't have a science segment, then our boy Tom will have a question or a quiz segment. So
Who's ready for our quiz?
this guy, me,
All right. I need a keep score, right?
I can keep score.
Oh,
I'll
keep
find
score?
a pencil right here.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
All 3 of you can play.
How many questions?
I'm never good at this, so I'm so
enough to
excited.
make it fun.
15 questions.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
is there a topic?
Yes, there is.
Ah.
I stole
I
this like
hope
I steal
it's
everything.
female periods.
It is not
Oh,
female
damn
periods.
it. That's the only way I'd win.
I'm
Yeah.
a nurse. I give you a run for your money.
He
True,
really would, yeah.
true.
Well, this is going to be a little disappointing here.
Melissa, John, and me are playing along, so here we go. I was going to play the game this episode, and I feel like if we were playing the game, Tom would be in the league 1-0
Hey, stall for me while I get this quiz back
because
up.
he popped the crowd better on. I don't even remember the joke, but I'm sure when I go back and listen, I'll laugh again. So either that or I would win because I just give myself more points.
The
There
Saints
you go.
traded up to 14 from 27 for a defensive end.
That's
Which one?
impressive.
Payne?
All right, here we
All right,
go.
here we go.
Here we go.
15 questions. I stole this from another podcast I listened to, but I'm going to give
15
you
questions.
15 items.
Do we have to have?
15 items.
Do we have to ding in?
No, we're going to go 1 through 3.
Okay.
All right.
So these 15 items, were they or were they not on Taco Bell's menu at some point?
Oh,
Excited.
I don't eat that shit
We
anymore.
haven't even
fries.
talked about Mexicans or Taco Bell since we started, so
All right.
this is good.
First item.
Wait a minute, have we talked about Mexicans? Did we talk about Mexicans?
I'm sure at some point we have.
Okay, but not
More
today.
like Mexicans. All right. First item. 7-layer toasty wrap.
I'm going to say yes.
No.
Yes.
That is a fake item. Missy takes the first.
7-layer wrap, you guys? A 7-layer wrap?
We're talking about Taco Bell.
It probably wasn't pressed, so.
Second item.
In
The
oil.
Cantina Power Burrito.
I'm going to let you go first since I went first this time.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
That is a real item.
Oh, boom, boom.
Wait.
That's you.
Oh, wait.
It's already
I mean, you can give me a point if you want. I'm the 0 here, though.
Yeah, there we go. No, it wasn't cheating. I was cheating in favor of John. I will never help out another person. You know it was a mistake.
That's true. The next item. The Chocolatey Super Flan.
Your turn.
I'll say no to flan.
No.
No.
That is correct. They are all right.
You're on the board.
Hey, I got a
Shannon.
point.
Yeah.
All right, next item. The caramel apple empanada.
Yes.
Nada.
Yes.
Yes.
That is true. That is a very real. Well,
It's still on
And
there,
I've
isn't
had
it?
one. I think it's still there.
Yeah, I think it's still an
nice.
item.
all right.
Your turn next.
Next item. The quesalupa. Quesalupa.
Quesalupa?
Yeah.
Yes.
The quesalupa?
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say no.
That's a real item.
Oh, she's
Boom! I
killing
know
us.
my Taco Bell.
What is it? Is there descriptions? What is
There's
a
a picture.
quesalupa?
Something you. The description is something you've never ate.
Yeah.
Something you've never ate.
I
Yeah,
think they
little
just
two other
make things
things.
and call them something different.
How
every
about
time.
things I would never eat for 1,000, Alex?
It looks like a,
Quesalupa.
it looks like a big.
What? Excuse me. What is a quesalupa?
What is a quesalupa?
It's like
It looks pretty good.
it looks like naan bread, like
Isn't
the
that the-
naan, like
it's like a stuffed crust
Naan.
taco.
Like
Yeah.
Indian naan?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Quesarito.
Oh, is it? It's your turn.
Yes, I've had one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that is a real one.
Damn it, Missy's murdering us.
The cheesy salsadilla.
My turn. I'm gonna say no.
Salsadilla.
Yes.
I'm going to go no.
That is a fake item.
Oh, damn it.
Storming back. We're one behind.
The next one.
You're two behind.
The Tejano Cantina Chimichanga.
Is that Tijuana?
That's your turn.
It just
I
says
just I went
Tejano.
first. It's history.
Oh, it's your turn,
Tejano.
Mr. John Shannon.
Oh, the Tejano.
The Tejano
Tejano
Cantina.
Cantina Chimichanga.
Sounds good.
That'll be a no.
Okay, I'm gonna go no. He seemed confident.
I've never heard of that.
So we're going all three no's?
Yeah.
That's correct. It's not a real item. All right, the next item. Fiesta Taco Salad.
My turn. Yes.
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 Correct. That is a real item.
I don't like it when we all win.
The next one. Guacamazing Taquitos.
Oh shit!
It's your turn, Melissa.
I know they've had taquitos, but I've never heard of that.
Guacamazing.
Amazing.
They're
what-
butchering
How do you
pronunciation,
put
by the way.
how do you put guacamole in a taquito? That's what I need to know.
That's how you make it guac amazing.
I think it's a no.
I'm going to go no.
I'm gonna
Unless
say
it's
no to stay
unless
with
it's a
them.
new item.
That is a fake item.
Okay, good. Woo!
All right, the next one. Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is a real
I
item.
know that. Yeah, we've all had that.
I've had it.
Next
We've all
one.
had that.
Cheesy Roll Up.
Cheesy roll up is something we make at home for our daughters. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's like on the dollar.
Correct. That's a real item.
Yeah. That's where we created our cheesy roll
All
ups at
right.
home.
Next, we got the BLT Crunch Wrap Slider.
It's you. You're up.
BLT What is say it again?
BLT Crunch Wrap Slider.
No, there's no way. Slider? No, you have me at you slider.
I'm going to go no.
I'm gonna say no.
The slider got it.
That is a item that was on the menu.
Wow.
What the hell? Oh, don't act like you know.
Let me see the picture.
See, that's like a contract.
It's not a slider. They're lying. They're
They
being
just
very,
rebranding.
very liberal with the word slider.
All right, we got two more left. The Tuna Mexi Melt.
Oh, whose turn? Who started that? It's your turn.
I started that one.
No, you started the last one.
I'm going to go yes.
No.
Say it again.
Tuna Mexi Melt.
Yes.
That's a fake item. So let's get a score update before the last one here.
Before the last one, it is Melissa Jane, hashtag the flop, and myself tied at 11, and John out of contention at 9.
Oh,
Oh.
all
This
right.
is not going to be fair because
I have a couple
wait.
tiebreakers.
Okay.
The tiebreaker.
No, this isn't a tiebreaker. This is the last questioning.
It's the last question, which
But it's
would be
tiebreaker.
the tiebreaker.
Well, unless you guys
Unless
want
we,
the same
yeah,
one.
unless we're the same one. Here we go.
Biscuit taco.
Fuck around.
It's my turn. I'm gonna say no.
The biscuit taco.
They have that whole breakfast menu I've never even seen.
Go with your gut, sweetheart.
Breakfast taco. Well, say it again.
A biscuit taco.
It says I want Taco Bell now.
No, they don't have biscuits on their menu.
You're both wrong. There is a biscuit taco on the menu.
Tiebreaker.
There's a
Tiebreaker.
biscuit taco. What is a biscuit? I guess it's every
All right.
kind of taco. Want a biscuit?
Beef dip.
Ew.
It's your turn. Start first.
No. Wait. Rewind. Yes, that's a real thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no just to end this game.
Beef dip is a Urban Dictionary term for. Instead of doing a tea bag, it's a woman version of a tea bag.
What are you dipping? Your butthole? dip.
That's putting the taco on their face, is what it is.
All I thought was like, shit.
Could have called it a taco dip.
Came out swinging this episode.
And Jeremy wins.
12
you.
to 11 to 9.
Fuck you.
Later,
No.
So who wins?
I won.
I think I won.
Yeah, you won,
I
'cause
know not as much about Taco Bell as
Fine.
you.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Your health wins.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
suffer. Although only one of us is on a healthy diet. So,
Shedding some LBs.
yeah. That was a good one. A good impromptu quiz for you there.
You bring back more food quizzes. I will be good at those.
There you go.
Hey, so that was our Bender Science segment or the Badger Test segment, and we did the Badger Test segment. I feel like we're going to go long in this last segment, but this is the part where we typically throw it to Missy.
Oh, I do have something.
If you're drinking at home, chug your drink because
I didn't know you were coming to me this quick, so
Yeah.
hold on.
It is quick.
Is it about Kanye?
That's what she said.
Are we talking about Kanye?
No, but we can if you have it.
I don't,
about
really,
Kanye?
I don't really need to talk about him.
But
No,
the
not-
fact that his wife
That
told
rule's
him he
gone.
shouldn't agree with
that
Trump.
rule's gone. So
So
The Kanye rule's gone?
yeah.
No.
I'm going to thank your lovely wife.
Yours.
No,
This one?
John Shannon.
Oh.
Because her and I had a quick little conversation today about this in the news, and so I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast.
Hey, well, 1 second.
My wife will never hear
Hey,
it.
I didn't
Well-
know that. I didn't know they talked. I'm not happy with
I'm
this.
okay if they talk before we hang
I'm
out.
not-
I'm not okay if they talk
No,
after.
this was
I'm not
during the
comfortable
day.
with this
I was real
conversation.
busy, so I didn't get to exchange too much back and forth. But
Pleasantries.
she
Yes.
knows my love for serial killers.
Yes.
That's right.
She
She was
knows.
telling me all about the
Yes,
Oakland or the California.
the
killer.
Golden
you're gonna
State
get it
Killer,
right. Yeah,
the
you're gonna
Golden
get it
State
right.
The
Killer.
Golden State Killer.
So she asked,
Isn't that
how
LeBron
fast?
James?
Right? What'd you say?
Yeah. Because he's
So,
1-1.
She asked me if I was fascinated, and I said, obviously I am. I mean, so this guy, he was a police officer, and he kill like 12 people? He raped some people. He killed people over a decade of time.
Was
40
it the
something
70s
years,
into the 80s?
It was-
mid
Yeah.
70s to mid 80s, and he also
40 years ago.
40 something years ago. And
Holy shit, we're
I
old.
guess they collected DNA from his trash. That's how I'm reading into it. They collected DNA from him somehow, but I don't think they did it. He gave DNA willingly,
Yeah.
but they.
I saw that it was DNA evidence.
Right.
But if it's on the street, it's public, right? That's what I
Right.
have heard in Law and Order
Right.
anyway.
But what
'Cause
had,
that's a credible.
what had really kickstarted this whole movement was Patton Oswalt's wife, who passed away a couple of years ago. What's her name?
She passed away in April of 2016. Her name was Michelle McNamara? Yeah.
And she was on this mission to
If
find
she came
who
back
this,
to life, would it be Return of the Mac?
But she was on this
Exactly.
mission to find who this killer was, and
Yeah.
that's what kickstarted this whole investigation off again.
So a little bit behind the scenes on her, she writes true crime novels. She investigates true crime things, and before she died, after she died, Patton Oswalt commissioned a investigative journalist name, and I wouldn't be able to read this earlier, but I put these Taco Bell quizzes behind it. Billy Jensen and her longtime assistant or collaborator Paul Haynes, they went through over 3,500 handwritten notes of hers.
Wow.
To piece together and finish this book, and the book was called "The Dark One" or
No, it's
"Be Gone in the Dark." All right, wait a minute. "I'll Be Gone in the Dark: One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer."
yes.
So Patton Oswalt worked hard to get this out.
Okay.
That said, before it was it was released, sold to over 150,000 copies. HBO optioned it for a documentary.
Nice.
And this recently happened.
Yeah, the guy was arrested this week, and what's
Yesterday,
crazy?
I think, right?
I think
the day
it was very recently.
Wednesday.
Last
days.
48 hours for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was Wednesday. So what had happened was Patton Oswalt was on whatever late show. I forget what late show. But he was coming on to promote whatever he's doing. And he got so engrossed in this conversation because this arrest happened the same day he was on whatever talk show.
By the
Awesome.
way, it's Joseph James D'Angelo is the name of the suspect that was arrested.
No, he's not a suspect. He did it. They have DNA. They have DNA.
Wow.
Oh, and I believe you, but
Due
at this-
process,
Yeah,
Missy.
at
Jeez.
present he's the suspected killer.
Yeah.
So
Apparently
Alleged.
he was taken
Yeah.
by surprise that there was like a whole crew of.
and you said
SWAT
I think you
outside.
said this police officer.
He was
Ex-cop.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was an ex-cop, and they're investigating 12 other murders and investigating if he was working while he did this shit.
Wow. Like Dexter.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he wasn't a cop per se. He was a
In the
Blood
crime
spatter
lab.
analysis.
blood spatter analysis. Yeah, my
But-
wife knows Dexter.
Dexter was also doing good in the world. It's not like
Yeah.
he was just
He was
killing
killing
randos.
killers.
Yeah.
Killing killers, which is redundant. Two wrongs make a right.
We do not know that these weren't killers.
I think we do.
Well, I mean,
I think-
when he
I
killed
think
a
we
couple that saw him trying to break into a house, those
Yeah.
people, he didn't know who those people
I think
were.
You don't know they didn't kill anyone in the
It's true.
past.
They may
True.
have been. They may have been like drunk drivers.
They would have. They could have been like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
Could have been. He
I think
could have
that's a
caught them-
solid
He could have
assumption.
caught them
They
in the
definitely
act
diddled some kids.
and killed them.
They definitely diddled some kids.
Definitely
I think
diddled.
it's a solid assumption that you either have A, Bonnie and Clyde, or B, some kid diddlers. I think it's just safe. I think
Yeah,
the odds
I
are in
think-
your
yeah.
favor. Oh my
Don't
God.
even get me started on that whole Olympic doctor.
Oh,
Gymnastic Olympic
we can hit
doctor.
on that. We
Oh.
can hit on that.
The one that's basically taking down the NCAA.
Did you watch the
And Michigan State.
Krillin or Kirillin? How they pronounce it? You watched the interview, right?
You have me.
Corellis.
You have me fucked up on how to say it now because
Yeah.
you said it all weird.
Corelli's.
I did watch that thing on.
the Goonies?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did watch
Nice.
that little.
The
thing
interview
from
with
Sa-
him.
Yeah, Savannah Guthrie
So,
did it.
what do you guys think? Is there anybody that is should deserve some slap on the wrist or some punishment
Yes.
more than these? They're not good
There's
people,
other people
in
that
spite
deserve-
of this.
Yeah.
So those the
You can't
the
argue with
Corollis,
their, yeah,
whatever.
Corellis.
Hey,
They are-
you
what their
guys.
name is.
We got a raper over here.
I feel like they may be innocent, but the
They're not innocent. They may be innocent of this, but they're not innocent of being good people.
no they said that they were verbally abusive.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with the results in terms of gold medals
But
for the
they-
Olympic
they
team.
did say
but
that
they
they-
were assholes.
They did that to put the kids in the same environment that you would feel, the same pressure you would feel during the Olympics.
Well, when you're competing against the Russians who yell at the
I
kids
get that.
every
I
single
get that.
day,
But if
every
we,
single minute.
but if we have to verbally abuse our kids, these aren't adults. These aren't these Olympians for Olympics for gymnasts are not
So
adults.
what's the age where you can't verbally abuse a child for a
no,
sport?
no, no. You don't get to verbally abuse a child. Period. You can verbally abuse an adult, a college student, maybe even a high
Listen,
school
these-
football player, because your
I
job's
am-
to go out there and kill someone.
I'm not justifying any of that, but these kids have parents, and those parents could have said, "I'm out."
That's true. That's true.
I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I mean,
Jeremy,
if-
you verbally abused the softball players, and
Man, every day. I get it.
but see, this is like the whole thing with the whole millennial generation. What is verbal abuse?
Well, according to some of the reports,
Yeah.
there was food starvation.
yeah, they were body
That's not
shaming.
verbal abuse, though.
They were
And-
body
and
shaming, which
body
caused.
shaming.
Actually,
And
I
you're
think that
right.
would go
Let's-
towards physical abuse.
Well, yeah.
absolutely.
Let
100%
me
agree.
rephrase it. Abuse. Period. No verbal, no emotional, no physical.
So-
It's just abuse. They were abusing their power over these kids. They were cutting off food rations. They were telling them they're ugly, telling
Well,
them their
first of
bodies
all,
will
let's-
never be Olympic.
This couple, this Romanian couple, they only had the gym. And when a gymnast came to the gym to train,
And they had to be invited. It
they had to be
it
invited,
was-
but they came with their own coaches.
Yeah.
So they just oversaw everything. So the coach could interact too. They can't. They weren't left alone with these gymnasts.
yeah, I
This
mean,
is the Lugosi's are we talking about here? Bella and
well, yes.
And not to squirrel too much,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's actually a lawsuit against the NFL right now that
Yeah.
was filed recently from an NFL Saints cheerleader.
Yeah.
About body
Yeah.
shaming and
Yeah.
things like that. So,
For
I mean, it's
cheerleaders,
becoming
yeah.
more prevalent, though.
Yeah.
But cheerleading,
Bella
and it's
go-
the same type. Gymnastics, cheerleading. They
You know
do a
what,
lot
though?
of flips. They do
The
a lot of
thing
things.
is- the thing is-
and they all want
Caroli.
to, you know,
The Corollis,
look
yeah.
good.
Corollis, that's it,
Corollis.
Thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
sorry.
So it's tough because Is there body shaming in Hooters? I mean,
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so
They don't even let their chicks walk around
here's
with
the
tattoos.
thing. Here's the thing. If you're a company that says I need a certain body type, see, so here let me digress a little bit. I'm more on the side of the people that say this is what I need for you to do the job.
Okay.
And if you can't make that, then don't do the job. Then I am against someone that already accepts you to do the job and then shits on you for not being up to the standards. Don't accept the person.
Well, that's what. Going back to the NFL and cheerleading, that's
Yeah.
what this was.
Yeah.
They
So
accepted
if
her, and then the first day she was there, they were telling her she needs to lose.
Okay,
12,
that's
like
a problem.
5 pounds.
Just don't accept
So,
her. You know what I
but
mean?
I have a problem with that whole thing. I'm gonna go more towards my liberal side here and say I have a problem with that in general. For an athlete, it's okay. It's like if you can make the points and you can beat everyone, but you're 5 pounds heavier.
Hold on.
Who cares?
Let's even break it down to a more sexist standpoint, a more primal standpoint. We're men. 3 of the 4 of us are men. So you have a cheerleader that may be, I don't want to say thick, but 5 pounds heavy. Let's call her 15 pounds heavy. But she's doing all the stunts. Amazing. Are you less attracted to her or more attracted to her?
40-year-old me is actually way more
You're
attractive.
damn right.
You know what?
You're
It doesn't
damn right.
matter if you or you are,
But no.
because there is someone out there that will be attracted to that.
No. He's right. Like, the girl that's physical and can do it and that's entertaining, I don't give a shit what she looks like. First off, there's a good chance that she's not well overweight if she can do it. And 2, if she can do it and society, we'll call it society gets a bad rap, but society
Fuck
deems her
society.
overweight, that's not true, because if she can do it, that girl is athletic.
What is overweight,
And I'm
though?
into it.
There's the question. What's
Yeah,
overweight?
What is
Is
overweight?
it for the job performance? Is overweight when you can't perform the job?
Right, that's
Not
right.
because you don't look good.
Well, I just in general, what is overweight? Because as a female, when I'm trying to look for swimming suits, there's two body types: rail thin or perfectly proportioned bigger females. Where is someone like me that's not perfectly proportioned?
Sexy as
like
fuck.
Like I don't know what I'm gonna look like in these swimsuits on
tell you
the
what.
plus size or
Tell you
the
what.
skinny bitches.
I went from 6 to midnight thinking about it, sweetheart.
Yeah.
There you go.
But no, you're right. You're right. Here's what's overweight. When you're too heavy to perform the job. That cheerleader was not. Therefore, she's not overweight.
When you're overweight when you're too heavy to perform the job.
Yeah, the
that
job.
you're trying to do.
yeah.
My
And when
overweight-
you're unhealthy.
We can talk all day about being unhealthy overweight.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with looks.
That's a
being
tangible thing.
overweight.
That's a tangible thing.
I'll play devil's
healthy.
advocate here. The cheerleader thing is very interesting, but why not just quit?
No, she wanted to do it.
Actually, so this particular instance, her mother was a Saints cheerleader.
Yep,
and it came right through, and that's
so
all
she's-
she. That's
she's
all
a
she
legacy
ever.
cheerleader.
Correct.
You
And
know-
she dreamed about this her entire
Hey,
life. And it
hold
was gonna be
on.
the greatest thing ever.
Hold
and
on.
then the day she got there, they started in this stuff.
Hold on.
And then so there's the biggest.
Legacy cheerleader is a pretty funny thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm a
So-
legacy alumnus.
One
No, I'm
of
a
the
legacy
bigger
cheerleader.
arguments in this whole thing is there's a different set of rules for the athletes and for the
yeah,
cheerleaders.
absolutely.
It's because the cheerleaders
There's
aren't
no
allowed to
arguing that.
follow
Yep.
on social media, but the athletes can.
No, there's an
They
absolute.
cannot
that's-
eat in the same restaurant.
Yeah, that was
As
really
if
weird.
an athlete is in a restaurant like a Hooters,
So we
and they
talked
walk in
about.
and see the athlete, they
Yeah,
have
they
to
go
leave.
out.
Well, no.
Can't
So
follow
we
them on
talked
Twitter and
about
stuff.
this
That's
earlier.
like the black people not being able to go anywhere.
We talked about the revival of the XFL earlier,
Kind of.
and that's a
Ish.
no. You know what? That's not a bad analogy because we talked about the XFL earlier, and one of the XFL's biggest claim to fame is that the cheerleaders were encouraged to date the athletes. I feel like you got 53 men on a roster, right? You've got what, 12 to 15 cheerleaders?
No, way more than that.
Is it that much?
Oh
I feel
God,
like
at
it's
least
20,
There's
30.
two sets of like 15, so it's
Okay.
like more like 30. I think.
Okay, but I
20
feel
24
like
to 30, so.
I feel like the rule should be just don't date your team's athletes if you're a cheerleader.
No, I don't know if there's a rule for the cheerleaders to didn't. Did you listen to the daily podcast?
They're not allowed to
Okay,
date
so yeah, so we got
players.
This is where I get this.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
I
allowed
heard
to
too,
play
yeah.
players, period.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do anything with players.
But
They're not allowed to
just
look
make
at
it
them.
your own players.
But see, here's the thing though with the cheerleaders is like, And we got the podcast, The Daily, which is a great podcast. Everybody should listen to it. Covers this girl's story.
What is the Daily? Go back.
It's from the New York Daily Times.
Okay.
It's very good.
I'll have to do that. I'll reference that.
I had more of a problem with that with the cheerleaders. Well, first off, do we even need cheerleaders in this day and age?
No,
That's another. That's a
you,
whole
you
different
don't need
argument, I
cheerleaders.
think. And I agree.
So
we don't.
cheerleaders in the NBA make sense to me because they do the timeouts, they do the halftime, they do the quarter.
Yeah.
But the NFL, I have never, and this is including the world famous Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I've never paid attention to the cheerleaders.
And it's a shit job. Like, you put in all this work, you're getting paid minimum wage, you have all these
Nothing,
rules,
Yeah.
and yet the thing in the podcast, the worst was like having to sell these calendars to creepy old dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. They had to sell like 15 calendars before they could be on the field.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Before they could even be a cheerleader on the field.
So let's break it down real quick. The hierarchy of NFL pay salaries are quarterback, the rest of the team,
the
coach, the referee, the cheerleader. Is that it?
No.
The beer vendor
I would say
probably.
the beer vendor, the
Then the
janitor,
cheerleader.
and then
It's a
the
shit job.
cheerleader.
But the thing with the cheerleader, though, and the same thing, it doesn't make the abuse right. But these are volunteer positions. These are people that are striving for this role that
by the way,
other people will happily take that abuse. And there's also times where sometimes this abuse, especially in the Lugosi's, where the Shannon Millers and Kim Zamiskals and whatever that chick, Nadia Comaneci or whatever her name is, will come back and say, defend these people.
Oh yeah, there are tons of people that are defending them, but there are people.
Well, there's no one defending Larry Nassar. Let's just
No,
put that out
that's
there.
it. But that's
No.
different.
No.
That is sexually abusing people.
That's-
But
verbal
I
abuse.
feel like they allowed it. You can't tell me
You
this.
know they definitely allowed it.
They didn't go on so
Michigan
long.
State is basically imploding because of it.
Yes.
Listen,
That's different though.
I am not justifying anything. Here's what they said. Parents, all these girls were underage. John, you were in the medical field. Would you have ever seen a
You were a
child
male nurse.
underage without a parent?
No, absolutely not.
The parents allowed that to happen. Or
Yeah.
if they didn't, they went in. In some cases, parents went in and did not know it was even occurring. And it was happening.
Here's the thing, too. I feel like
How do you not know your daughter's getting
I feel
finger
like,
banged
first
right
off,
in front of you?
Because he
I feel
was
like-
he fucked them up in the head.
No,
there's
here's
some
the thing
naivety
too.
with coaches.
Here's the thing too. I feel like there's a blind eye, not a blind eye, but there's like just people that think they get to a certain level. So first off, we do have some black gymnasts that are amazing, and
Where is this going?
no, but the majority of them are white. Not even upper middle class, but lower upper class are more. And I feel like
man.
I feel like the majority of them think that not necessarily that they're untouchable, but they just don't think that shit's going to happen to them. And I feel like they turn to, they're like, well, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Do you know he
I kind of see where you're going because
You know
a lot of these
Well, there's a
girls,
trust. There's
a lot of these girls,
People are people, and shitheads are indiscriminate, and that's where I'm going.
And I
with
think
it.
I think where you're going to is with coaches. A lot of these guys are older white guys that had
Yeah.
coaches growing up in high school.
Yeah.
and then coaches do no wrong.
and paid
And I
for
think
these
there's
coaches.
a bit of
So they-
naivety, and,
Sure.
and you're paying money.
Naivete, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if these people knew what was going on, I have no doubt they would have stopped it, and some of these guys probably would have killed them.
Well,
yeah.
with authority figures, there's
But-
always going to be a trust. And, I mean, look no further than the Catholic Church. You see a
That's no
priest and you
shit.
think it's an authority figure, you have trust, and you get a creepy individual
And you're
that takes
qualified to say that because you, in fact, are Catholic.
I was only diddled like 3
I
times.
was going to say he was
Only
qualified
3
because
times?
why?
And only 2 of those have been since he's been on the podcast. So, but yeah, I mean, we could go on and on about that. That's a systematic problem. Whether you want to say hashtag Me Too, whether you want to say Larry Nassar sucks, no matter what, that is an issue that's going on in the world. And I got to tell you this: you want to fucking fix it? Let a lot of dudes with nothing but daughters make the rules.
There you
See
go.
how that
Right.
works out. So that said, we did throw it to Missy. Do you have anything else, Missy?
I do not.
Tom.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, no, we're doing great on time. You say yes or no. You got something?
Do we want to talk about Kanye?
Yeah, we do. We threw it to Tom. Tom, you bring it up.
So, how weird is it yesterday on Twitter seeing
Yes.
Kanye West?
Did he
First
just...
of all, Kanye's been like weird all week. Well, first of all, Kanye's weird. I'm not a fan. Yeah.
He's about
Let's
to
just
drop
say
2 albums. So
Kanye's
he's
weird.
Hold on 1 second, and let us just say this: we are no longer the rap cast. We are now the pop culture bombcast, and the Kanye rule's not in effect anymore, so we can talk about this.
So like, Kanye's obviously a very smart guy. I think no, you can't.
He's a
He's a
definitely.
very charismatic guy.
You're damn right.
Well, you can't be as successful as him being retarded.
No, he is. He's a
Yeah.
good rapper. He's smart. He may be blind towards how smart he is.
No, he
yeah.
knows how smart he is.
I think
That's his
I
problem.
think he actually trends towards the psychopathic.
Yeah, sociopathic. maybe.
Sociopathic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe. There's
thank
definitely, well, you know, just look at our president. Donald Trump's a smart guy.
yeah, you're right.
I mean,
but he's
but just because you're smart at some things doesn't mean you're
smart
completely
at
blind.
everything.
I think sometimes people who are sociopathic, as Shannon was saying, can get blinded to how. I mean, you can be smart, but then they think they're geniuses and they can do no wrong.
So tell us what you mean by Kanye this week.
So Kanye West tweeting out a lot of stuff about his personal philosophies in life, which started out earlier in the week, and then yesterday took a pun intended right turn, and basically said, "Hey, let's Donald Trump's got some good things."
And then the backtrack.
So did he just shit
Did he
on...
backtrack though?
He said he sort of backtracked and he said, "My wife told me I should tell you I don't agree with Trump."
So did
Yeah.
he just shit on
I didn't
his
see
whole
that part.
brand?
Yeah.
Did he just sabotage his own brand name? His shoes, his Yeezys,
Probably.
and
No,
everything?
because he says it's still
Ish.
the greatest brand of all time.
It's not. It's
That's
not.
what he said.
Shitty
Here's the,
looking shoes.
here's the problem with today's day and age, though, is all of that will be forgotten, and he will come out and say, "I'm the greatest person ever," just like El Presidente.
Maybe
And
it'd all be
most
forgotten.
of the people who were blindly following him will forget it.
But that said,
Other people.
Trump has showed that when he supports some things retail-wise, they lose sales. Kanye's shoes are not the best-selling shoes. No matter how many fucking diss tracks he makes for Jordans and stuff,
Yeah.
they're not doing as well. And so
Yeah.
I think he's shitting on his own brand. And like to what you said, I think we talked about this earlier with someone, Alden Smith of Missouri.
Yeah.
Kanye also is bipolar. There's no way around it.
I think so. Yeah.
There's no way around it. And here's the thing too, this whole Trump thing, this has been building up. Trump loves Kanye. Trump's brought him
Kanye
into,
loves Trump.
Yeah, Trump's brought him into Trump Towers, and before he moved in the
Yeah,
White House. They're because they're both egomaniacal and
Yeah.
maybe no bigger personalities. On
They
the
know how
planet
to
than
build.
those two.
They know how to build brands.
Yeah, they do.
Donald Trump is a brand.
That's right. He's a bad president, but he's a great brand. Kanye,
Is he a bad president?
he's not a great one.
Oh, Lord.
He's an average one. He's not the worst. He's not the worst because he's not doing anything. But
That's
that's
the
a
thing.
different
It's so
conversation.
fascinating. Yeah, we do.
That's a different conversation. So back to Kanye though. So Kanye is the weird thing with Kanye is Kanye is actually an incredible rapper, an incredibly good rapper.
Yeah.
That's why he's smart. I
Has
mean,
made brilliant albums. And when I say brilliant albums, I mean if you look at the history of hip hop, Kanye's in the top 5, 10, whatever you want to say, whatever metric you do, he's unbelievable. But he's a nut job.
Yeah.
He married a Kardashian on purpose.
Yeah, good point.
On purpose.
I found it interesting that Chance the Rapper
She's
tweet
the
though
smartest.
about black people don't have to vote Democrat, and that caused a lot of controversy.
Chance the Rapper's a smart dude.
Yeah.
And we saw him in concert years ago.
yeah, with Childish
We-
Gambino.
Yeah.
I hate like wild, crazy predictions like this, but it does at least definitely seems that here in the next 10 to 12 years we're going to see a political shift, and maybe that third party option that so many of us moderate people clamor
I would
for.
love that.
So back to someone I mentioned earlier. Not that I hang on every word he says.
I hang on every word you say.
I love your songs. But Joe Rogan has been talking about this, especially in the last month or two. He says Trump may go down as a successful president, not because of anything he does, but because he forces America to shift to the way we should think. Mm-hmm. He's been very adamant against the two-party system.
Yeah.
He's adamant against the one-person representative system. He says it should be a tribunal.
Triumvirate.
5, should be 10 people. The idea, and this is pretty accurate, with especially how accessible we all are now for social media, the fact that one person represents the entire country, it's absurd.
But that's how it is everywhere else, though.
We have checks and balances,
Yeah.
though. I mean, we have we have the legislative branch.
We do,
branch and we have
in
the judicial
theory, we
branch.
do, but with a two-party system, do we really have checks and balances?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Do we?
I mean,
Well, they can't
just,
ever get
if you-
along.
hopefully, this
That's the
November
check and
will
the balances.
prove that.
Well, no.
Because hopefully
I
we'll
would
have a
argue
democratic
against that.
legislative system
Yes,
and
I argue against that.
Republican executive branch.
We're a country of extreme swings. That's not checks and balances.
But what-
it's extreme swings.
I don't think we've seen a lot of
balance each
extreme
other
swings,
out,
though.
If we had three, maybe it'd be a little better. If we had three true parties, it might be a little better.
I think
Well,
it would be
the-
better for the psyche of the country, because I feel like a lot of people right now are, at least, and maybe I'm in a bubble, but
You are
a
in
lot of
bubble.
my, yeah.
A sexy bubble.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
I'm just a boy in his bubble. I'm giving him some jelly beans. That's a deep cut.
Very deep cut.
He's going to grow into a ladder. So, but there's a lot of people I know that are moderates that are really just frustrated with both parties. And
You got 2 points.
No, absolutely, I agree. There's a ton of people, me included, to be perfectly
Well,
honest, that
yeah.
I'm very upset with both parties. We have a crisis of too far right and too far left.
We have a crisis of extremities.
Yeah.
We are
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Too
what
far
he
right,
said.
too far left. We have no one in the middle that's making any sense.
In the middle, we are. If you look back historically, we are a country that lives in the middle, but we've lost sight of that in the last 5 to 6 years.
It's because
It's not Obama's fault, but since Obama was elected, that's when we started.
it's not
losing
Obama's
sight of
fault at all. What it is now that social media companies and governments don't feel like the social media crazies are what the real pulse of the country is, and that's not the case.
it. No, that's just the people that are the loudest right
The
now.
loudest
The
get the most
trolls.
attention. Yeah,
But that's social media's problem.
Well, and we're in the
but
world.
that has blown up into how corporations and
That's
Where
governments
we're at in the world, though, with technology is having a huge issue. Did you see the Obama video with Keenan? What is it?
Keenan Michael P. Or Keenan Michael Pill.
Keenan Peele was behind. It was
Jordan Peele. Keenan Michael Thomas.
correct. It was Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele's voice and Obama. They were making his lips move.
Yeah, no.
To it, and he was talking. It was just
Who
complete
is it?
nonsense.
Someone
but it
recently-
looked exactly like
No.
Obama,
Rogan-
and a lot of
Rogan-
people were calling it out.
Again, and I'm not sucking Rogan's knob here, but Rogan recently had mentioned someone on his podcast
You want to though?
that has created near perfect technology about being able to simulate the voice and of a person saying whatever you want.
yeah,
That's a problem.
It's scary.
That's a
problem.
huge problem. As much as we're all on social media.
And I could be stand corrected, but what's today's date? What's today's date?
Today's the 26th.
6.
I could be wrong, but look it up. I believe today's the day the Skynet went sentinel. So I feel like that we're getting closer.
Well, yesterday was
Could
a
have it.
perfect date.
I'm also under the impression that guys like Elon Musk, recently deceased
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, those are the guys that should be running the world. But I'm convinced, and they're
I'm not totally convinced that's true either, though.
no, you're right. But I'm a triumvirate, like a scientist, a politician, a civil servant, maybe. But maybe those are the people that should be making decisions as a group.
They
But-
probably already are.
Yeah, really?
Illuminati, baby.
Yeah, I would-
Illuminati.
The Illuminati I'm on board with. But I will say this. I saw there God damn, I hate to do this, but going back to Rogan, he was with Kevin Lee, MMA athlete who's black, and he kept
I like how you just threw in that he was black.
No, this is important to the conversation.
All right.
So he's from Detroit, Michigan, and he does not like the Kevin Lee, not Rogan, but Kevin Lee does not like the term African American. He goes, I'm not African American.
Does he like the term Rock City?
He goes, I'm Black American because Elon Musk is African American, and I don't look like him. And he goes, and I'm not shitting on him because he's amazing. He goes, I have so little connection to my African ancestors. I'm Black American. And he goes, I think black people should be more proud of America and want to build America up than being defiant against it. So that's a very polarizing stance to take.
It's interesting, Sans.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk literally is African American, and people forget that. And so he'll never be president, but
2-0. First Razorback.
But
Has he got diplomatic immunity, Riggs?
He should be. He's drilling holes all in California. So who knows? Hey, let's move past it though. I said that was Missy's topic that led us into this, and then it went to Tom. Now we'll go to John. You got any parting shots for this episode?
No.
All right, I
You
love
said
it.
shots. You don't have any shot at him.
Yeah, take
nothing
it.
to-
Take it now.
Do it.
Take it now.
Jaeger.
I got
Not a
Jaeger
shot,
up there.
like-
I got Jaeger up there.
I have plenty of shots, but they're not really appropriate for
I got
on air.
Jaeger up there. Hey, I will
Where
finish
did that
with.
Jaeger come from?
It's been there for a while. I got it
Oh.
for Christmas.
Germany.
For some year. For your family. I got
Oh,
the
a couple
blind.
years
Yeah.
ago from that. Yeah.
Hey, that said, here's my throw it to Missy last segment of the day. We're going to go see Infinity War this Sunday because Kaylin will go see it with us now.
Did you guilted her into it?
I did guilt her, and she had it coming because I was going to see it no matter what without her. I still have not seen Super Troopers 2.
Why is this a registration, chicken fucker?
You have seen Super Troopers 2, so
Yep.
give us a very quick 6-pack scale of how good it is.
I'm gonna give you two things about it.
All right.
One, it's a 4 out of 6. Two, the best way I can describe it is go back into college. Think about your favorite band in college.
Thank you, Bill and Ted. Or no, wait.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
No, wait.
It's like seeing your favorite college band 15 years later, and they play all their hits, and you're gonna walk away with a smile on your face,
Every time I
But-
see the urge.
but you're not gonna buy their new album.
Hey, give me a
Oh.
comparison. How out of 6, how much was the first Super Troopers?
First Super Troopers is 5. This one I would say is a 4.
I'm going to say First Troopers was a 6,
Yes.
and
I agree
if
with
this
it.
is a 4, I'm still on board.
It's good. You'll like it. And by the way, what's her name? Emmanuel Chiriki?
Yes.
E's girlfriend from Entourage. She's top 5 most beautiful women on the planet.
Oh, E's girlfriend in Entourage, the last
Ew,
girl.
I don't think her face is holding up
No,
well.
the last girlfriend was attractive.
Wait, who the?
E's.
On
Oh,
Entourage.
no, she's not. Her, I don't think her face is holding up well.
All right, that's
well,
Melissa's take.
we agree to
Can
disagree.
we tear up these papers because we're done?
Hey, everybody, we have a NHL lottery on Saturday night at 6:30. So if you want to watch your St. Louis Blues pull a golf ball out of the hat and hopefully get a top 3 pick,
If
Go
they
ahead.
get a top 3, what will you say?
woo-hoo,
And
let's go Blues!
say bye, Missy.
Bye.
Tom or John. Tom.
Love you, AEA.
What'd you just say?
Love you, AEA.
Okay, I'll
Kids,
give it to you.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on. Thank you for the big one. And we're done.